It's day 3 of the Volquest positional previews. We're talking receivers, and there's probably not a greater unknown on this football team than this unit because you only have 7 scholarship receivers, Hubs, and the only one with actual real experience is Chris Brazzle. Everybody else has played minimal, if at all.
Yeah, it's to me, it is the question in this football team. And I know there's who's going to be the quarterback and there's offensive line stuff, but the question is who can be a playmaker for you on the perimeter. What kind of jump does Chris Brazzle take? I think a lot of that's on Chris Brazzle. You know, where's he at? Where's his focus and intensity, you know, to do the things he needs to do? And then it's, hey, man, we put effort in retention for guys like Mike Matthews. You know, where's Mike Matthews? He looks better. He looks the part. He's got to stay healthy. He has to take a real step for Tennessee. Braylon Staley has to stay healthy and take a real step for Tennessee in the slot. Those two guys in particular, to me, have to take the biggest step, maybe of anybody on this football team.
I couldn't agree more because they've been here, right? Amari Jefferson's transferring in and was hurt in spring. Or still hurt in spring. He hasn't been here in the system. The 3 true freshman receivers, they have been here for spring, but they've not been in the system. Like the 2 that were here a year ago, even in a backup reserved role, have got to take the biggest step here. I agree. Those, to me, are your top 3 receivers, Brazzle, Matthews, and Staley, and they have to really take a step forward. How much does it help that they know this, right? Like a year ago, it's kind of like I talked to Edwin Spillman, right before we started taping the Volquest positional previews, and he goes, man, I just can't wait, man. A couple weeks, and I'm like, you're excited, aren't you? And he said, yes. I said, because you know you're going to play. Yeah. A year ago, you didn't really think you were going to play. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't, whatever. But like, it's different now. It's different now for Matthews and Staley. So is the buy-in? Not that they weren't bought in a year ago, but is the engagement just even more hyper-focused for them because they know the pressure's on them?
Well, you would hope that it is. Remember, both those guys basically lost fall camp last year due to hamstring injuries, which was a huge setback. They've got to stay healthy.
Can't have that happen this year.
Can't have that happen.
Or you and I are running receiver.
Well, and Staley missed some time in the spring, so staying healthy is important for him. I think the other question with that group, we all saw what Radarius Jackson did in 15 practices.
Sure.
Exceeded expectations in terms of starting to pick some stuff up. What kind of step did he and Travis Smith really take between spring practice and fall camp? How much growth? They have to make real growth. Is that growth enough that you can completely interchange them with the veteran guys? Do you have to slowly ease them in? I think how much they have retained and how much they have grown within the offense and understanding it is of vital importance for Tennessee.
Then they need Joakim Dotson to hit the ground running as a slot guy here. I mean, he did not arrive till the summertime, which means that the pressure is even more on him. They need Amari Jefferson to take a step. He kind of was there in the spring, and that's about it. He's got to be more. He's got to be more of a factor in fall camp because they only have 7.
Yeah,
they only have 7, and they've got to be able to lean on some of those guys that maybe traditionally they wouldn't have leaned on because of the fact that they don't have that many receivers and they don't have very much experience. Which takes me back to the main topic for me at receiver, Chris Brazzle. Year 2, everybody talks about year 2 in Josh Heupel's system. Year 2 in Josh Heupel's system. Can he take the big step? Do you see really big improvement from him in this second year?
I think that's $1 million question, and I think it starts with his mindset. A year ago he got down on himself really easy. Things aren't going to go perfect. He's got to learn to play the next play. That's something he talked about in the spring. He's got to have a next play mentality because he can't disappear for a quarter if he dropped the ball. And we saw that happen to him last year. He just kind of faded into the distance, into the background if he didn't get off to a good start. He can't play that way. I mean, he's got to be mentally tougher than he was a year ago and sort of playing through whatever doesn't go right. There's a ton of pressure there for him. Contract year, Tennessee's got to have him. All of those types of things, factor in there. Dotson, as you mentioned, went through all these Zooms in the spring. How much did he learn? How much has he learned this summer? How much have they gotten really done with the quarterbacks to develop some chemistry there? Then the other X factor at receivers. Do we see Boo Carter? Do we not see
There
Boo
you
Carter?
go.
And I think that hinges.
You're going to see him. How much do you see?
I think it hinges on Boo Carter. How much can Boo Carter mentally handle? How much can he physically and mentally handle the load of both sides of the ball? He is a defensive guy first. I think Tennessee would love to line him up in the slot and throw it to him several times a game and really use him there. He's got to show that he can handle both, and we'll see. I think he was okay with it in the spring, But that's different than 13 weeks or 12 weeks in a regular season, new game plan every week, new things like that. So how much can Boo Carter handle? If he can handle it, you're going to see him a bunch. If he can't, then you better stay healthy, and Dotson better really come on in the slot to join Staley.
It is the great unknown on this football team. It is the wide receiver position. Kelsey Pope, he's going to earn all that money this year with all the inexperience that he has at his position. It'll be on he and his group to help that group of quarterbacks we talked about just 2 days ago in their growth as we roll through fall camp. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price.